Hey everyone, I just read A Dance with Dragons by George R.R. Martin, and it was great, but it was also very bittersweet. It's a book about an exiled dragon queen trying and failing to hold her conquered cities in the east from collapsing into war, while conspiracies plan to bring her home or replace her with a better option. And meanwhile, back in her homeland, several factions vie for control of the north, as winter looms and the dead rise to make a joke at the Game of Thrones the lords and ladies continue to play. The pros? The book gives a much greater focus on the cities and cultures of Essos, and it was really interesting to see more of this world beyond the Seven Kingdoms, especially the state of Slaver's Bay after Daenerys' arrival. The whole escalation of plot and tone in this book was perfect. The way all the plot threads start coming together in Essos in the north beneath the looming threat of winter, it was almost like a horror story with the way things kept getting worse and worse and worse for everyone. And while it was fantastic to have Jon, Daenerys, and especially Tyrion back as viewpoint characters after Feast, I really enjoyed the more minor viewpoints too, like Quentyn, Theon, John Connington, poor old Kevin, and especially Barristan and Selmy. The book would be lesser without them. The cons? Much as I love the focus on Essos, quite a bit of it feels like it's just being exotic for the sake of exoticism, such as how the people of Slaver's Bay consider dog to be a delicacy, and all their names have a Z. It just felt like a bit of a caricature of the medieval Near East at times compared to the more clearly defined European influence of Westeros and Braavos. As befits the tone, this book is probably the bleakest of the entire series, especially in Quentyn, Theon, and Ash's chapters, and even for me, it was too much sometimes. And this book ends at the worst possible moment. For all its faults, A Feast for Crows actually resolved many of its plot threads, what with Cersei scheming herself into a cell, Jaime finally giving up on her, and Samwell finally making it to Old Town. But practically every plot thread started in Dance, and all those continued from Feast, end with a massive cliffhanger, and it is very frustrating not to have any sort of resolution even over a decade later. I would be lying if I said I'm not disappointed The Winds of Winter still isn't out, but I've made my peace with it, and if this book is to be the last release volume of A Song of Ice and Fire, I think it ends on a high, if frustratingly bittersweet note. I can't recommend this book on its own, but I also can't recommend this series enough, and I'd say this book is worth a read if you've only ever watched the show, just to see how great a difference there is between the two. And I'm giving A Dance with Dragons an A. What should I read next? Comment down below. If you liked the review and want to see more, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.